Hello students, today we are going to discuss a topic in the process of reproduction in flowering plants, that is fertilization. Before that we have discussed about how the pollen grains are being transferred and they reach on the stigma. After they reach over the stigma provides interaction with the pollen, that is called as the pollen pistil interaction. If it is verified that the pollen grains are of the compatible or the same genotype type, then they are allowed to get germinated. The pollen grain germinates to form the pollen tube. The pollen tube elongates through the style and reaches into the ovary and goes inside the ovule within the embryo sac, carrying two male gametes. The two male gametes are released inside the embryo sac, and that results into the process of fertilization. So how this process is carried out, we are going to see today in this class. For this purpose I draw the female reproductive structure only. This is the stigma, and then there is a style, and to this style there is a ovary. Right. This is the female reproductive structure. Now the pollen grain reaches to the stigma by a process of pollination. This is the pollen grain, and it is in the two-celled stage. Two-celled stage. Generally it is in two-celled stage. It will germinate to form a pollen tube like this. This pollen tube will carry the generative cell going under mitosis to form the two male gametes. These are the two male gametes. Two male gametes which are present within the pollen tube. Now the pollen tube will elongate by a chemotropic way throughout the style and will reach up to the ovary. Inside the ovary, through a placenta, the ovules are connected. This is the ovule, and the position of the ovule is here anatropous type, right? So this is the anatropous ovule which is present. It is bitegument. There are these are two integuments here, and then there is this embryo sac, where at this end, this is the chalazial end, and this will become the micropylar end. And at the chalazial there are three antipodals. At the micropylar there is an egg, and then there are two synergids, and in the center there are two polar nuclei. Right, names are here. All are haploid structures, and these are formed by the process of megasporogenesis. So these are the three antipodals. Just a minute. Antipodals. These are the two polar nuclei, and this one is the egg, female gamete, and these are the two synergids. Right. Now the pollen tube will go generally into the embryo sac through the micropylar region. So we have shown this pollen tube elongating and introduced into the embryo sac through the micropylar region. Once it goes into the micropylar region, it enters through the one of the synergid, and the two male gametes are released inside the embryo sac. Now here comes the process of fertilization. This process of fertilization was first explained by Navashchin, and he is the person who discovered or explained the process of fertilization in plant. As there are two male gametes, so the fertilization will be double fertilization. So we are discussing about the process of double fertilization in the angiospermic plants, explained by Navashchin. And the plant in which it was first identified is the lilium plant. This is the example here. So how it happens, there are two fertilizations. So that's why it is called as double fertilization. The first fertilization is in between the male gamete, the first male gamete with the egg. Both are haploid structures, and that will result into the formation of a diploid structure which is called as zygote. This is first fertilization. And the second fertilization is in between the second male gamete with the two polar nuclei. So the second male gamete will have the haploid content of chromosome, the two polar nuclei will have N and N content of the chromosome. So the result will be a triploid structure 3N, which is called as endosperm. As here in this process, three haploid structures are fusing or fertilizing with each other. So this process of second fertilization is also called as triple fusion. So the outcome of the fertilization process in the angiospermic plants is the formation of a diploid zygote and a triploid. 3N is a triploid. Triploid endosperm. This is the endosperm form. The zygote is formed first because it is taking place at the time of first fertilization, and followed by the formation of endosperm, which is taking place at the second time. So this is how these two structures are formed, and this is the outcome of the process of fertilization in angiospermic plants. Afterwards, what is going to happen, we will be explaining and discussing it in the next lecture with the next video. Till then, thank you and have a nice day.